Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SYLBOURNE Show, and I'm your host, SYLBOURNE Sidiel, and I'm coming live from Jamaica, where I introduce you to and invite you to the land of my birth. What can I say? Now listen, I've got a very interesting guest, and she is Miss Jamaica World, Miss Sanneta Myrie. But before we go there, let me ask two questions. One, why do we need makeup when we are naturally beautiful? Why do the majority of Jamaicans who win the Miss World or Miss Jamaica competitions do not reflect the indigenous majority of the nation? That's what people say. I'm just throwing it out. What do you think? Let me know. Anyhow, Sanneta Myrie, Miss Jamaica World.
Very nice to meet you.
How are
Thank you
you?
so much for having me.
Fantastic.
I'm good.
Good. Well, listen, I've been following you, as you know, that I sent you a message to say that I'm coming to Jamaica, and I think I'd like to do a show,
Yes.
But my first question to you is this: how is it going so far? I mean, since you become Miss Jamaica World?
It's been an adjustment.
Yes.
I'm grateful for it.
Yes.
To whom much is given, much is asked,
Okay.
and I'm blessed.
Yes.
And it's really a privilege. I'm happy
Yes.
to be representing my country.
Fantastic.
To be given the opportunity to wear this sash. It's an honor, and
Yes.
so I'm very, very excited, and I'm happy. Yeah.
Good. Now, I was reading up about yourself, and you're a medical doctor,
Right.
and you're a beauty queen.
Yes.
How do we marry the two? How do you marry the two?
Well, I have a passion for people.
Yeah.
I believe that any life worth living is one that's lived for others. It's how I
Yes.
saw my grandparents live,
Yes.
my father, something that's in me in
Yes.
terms of impacting lives and embracing people, which is
Yes.
why I did medicine,
Yes.
caring for others. But there's other ways to care for people,
Yes.
to care for the soul, to care for the spirit. And
Yes.
the Miss Jamaica World platform, Beauty with a Purpose,
Yes.
is really just another way to reach out to people, give hope, give charity, give love.
And is that the reason why you entered the pageant?
Right, yeah.
Now listen, I created a thing whereby I ask some of my listeners or viewers to tell me some questions that they would like to ask you.
Okay.
And one of the questions is this, and this is from the UK, of course, UK based. There's a perception from the UK and
Right.
even here in Jamaica, based on what I've read in recent days, as an imbalance as to the perception of beauty.
Right.
I mean, what is your view? Because are we following European standard? What is your, so there's an imbalance. What's your views on that?
Well, I believe, and I've always felt, that beauty is something that's skin deep.
Yes.
Beauty of spirit. And I don't necessarily think I have the most beautiful face out there, but I
Yes.
do believe that I can be a beautiful person by my works,
Yes.
And so that's my measurement of beauty.
Yes.
That's what I think everybody should measure
Yeah.
beauty. Beauty of spirit, beauty of purpose. Like the Miss Jamaica World
Yes.
mantra and the Miss World mantra by extension said,
Yes.
beauty with a purpose.
Beauty with a purpose.
Yeah.
So therefore, are you a Rastafarian? Because I mean, I was looking at your
Right,
locks.
my
and
locks,
Yes,
yes.
Beautiful, I must say.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Well, I was raised in a household where my father is Rastafarian and my
Yes.
mother is Christian.
Uh-huh.
So there's always a balance between the two faiths. And there is truth and light.
Yes.
What I've learned from both is that spirituality is important, a spiritual connection with your Creator.
Yes.
Whoever you perceive Him to be, as long as you're connected and grounded with the Most High, you have that relationship, you worship, you give thanks. I believe that's what's important in life.
Okay. Now there is a former Miss World,
Right,
a former Miss Jamaica,
right,
who is now a Minister of Government,
right.
right? And you are a medical doctor. Before, beauty contestants are normally seen as dumb blondes. Of course, blondes in Jamaica, but they're always hairhead and just pretty. Is it a change in face, or is it a change in phase of beauty contestant, whereby it is not the typical just going in there, but you got very professional persons inside the picture now?
Well, I think there's a change in perspective of not just beauty queens, but women on the
Yes.
whole. Gender roles come into play, and women were once thought to be one-dimensional in terms
Yes.
of their aesthetic and domestic
Yes.
purposes. But we've also come out to show the world that yes, we can be those things,
Yes.
beautiful, and do our domestic chores as well. But we can also be innovators and world changers at the
Yes.
same time. And like I said, Miss Jamaica World and Miss World prides itself in beauty of purpose. And that's what these women that I know identify myself with are.
Right.
Changing the world, impacting the world through
Yes.
beauty
Through
and
beauty,
through
yes.
other things. Through
So
their
therefore,
purpose.
it's a different type of thinking now, which is in it, because
Completely.
because it's not anymore just the bikini and the bodies and everything like
No,
that, but it is the
absolutely
mindset.
not.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, Jamaica as a nation, right? Lots of young people are facing challenges. Young people in Jamaica today. Do you believe you have a duty to the young people in Jamaica in this position you have to inspire them and to motivate them?
Definitely, and it's one of the reasons why I got involved,
Yeah.
why I went after the crown, to inspire young Jamaicans to become the greatest versions of themselves. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges our youth are having at this point in time, where they find themselves lacking motivation, lacking inspiration,
Yes.
mentorship, guidance. You know, people coming to them and say, you are capable of so much, and showing them a path to go on. And so I'm very big on mentorship. And I believe that is one of the key to moving our nation forward.
I like what you said about mentorship, because one of the questions which I want to ask you about, you're a mentor, I presume then.
Yes.
So therefore you mentor young people.
Right.
Do you think Jamaica is moving full speed ahead with mentorship programs? I know one of my good friend, Yannick from Innovators, she talks about the mentorship in business, but do you think it's a big trend which is happening in Jamaica with mentorship?
Right, I believe so. I know it's something that people are giving more attention to in terms of the importance that it has.
Yes.
Experienced people giving guidance to inexperienced, and there's so much potential in this country. I think Jamaica is capable of so much.
Yes.
But a lot of the times, some of our greatest journeys go down roads that we ourselves didn't discover, but that road was pointed out by somebody else. And I think that's what we need to do, show someone the journey that they're capable of taking.
Right. And this is a journey you're on by showing other persons the journey that they can be on.
Yeah.
So it's a dual purpose thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, Jamaicans, we're from the UK, as I said before, how can Jamaicans, both at home and in the diaspora, become involved in supporting Jamaican culture? Because in the past, you've done a lot of things with culture. How do you think that Jamaicans overseas can support the Jamaican culture?
Well, I believe the great Marcus Garvey said it best. A people without knowledge of their roots or origin, they're like tree without roots.
Yes.
And I believe just staying connected, keeping in touch, with home, with what's happening, believing in brand Jamaica, investing in it with every opportunity that you get, selling it, coming back home and enjoying it. That way you can speak about it from the heart. And just stay connected, stay in touch.
I like how you mentioned Marcus Garvey, and of course, I'm very mischievous, and so you would like to see a Marcus Garvey University, won't you?
Why not?
Okay,
absolutely.
fantastic.
As the visionary and political force to be reckoned with that he was, absolutely.
Or Usain Bolt University,
Well, Jamaicans have been legends in all spheres.
So
the great Marcus, the Usain Bolt, Bob Marley, all the way.
So therefore, if we have another university in Jamaica, it should be named after a Jamaican, isn't it?
Why not?
Okay.
Why not? Why not?
Anyway, I'm picking at some straws right here, being controversial as the SYLBOURNE show is. Now listen. What are some of the key? People in beauty contests always have some sort of program or some project that you're doing. Is there something that you are focused on as Miss Jamaica?
Well, the Miss World competition, which is what I'm preparing for, I head off in November to Sanya, China.
China, okay.
Right, and the actual pageant, the actual competition is on the 19th of December. But that competition is on such a large scale internationally that the competitions, or the Beauty with a Purpose projects rather, are very competitive.
Yes.
Countries there, they build bridges, they do surgeries for mass of children with different deformities, and so it has to be something that's competitive.
Yes.
I'm currently working on a project that will allow me to have an advantage in terms of being competitive, but we haven't had an official launch of the Beauty with a Purpose project yet. But I do invite the public to stay tuned and just give the support that they've been given.
Do you travel other countries, or are you just going to go to Beijing now? Are you going to come London to the UK?
I hope so. You never know. I mean, I have 2 months to prepare, and it will be a lot of work. And I'm focusing right now on being prepared because I want to do my best. I want to represent Brand Jamaica to the best of my abilities.
Of course, when I was coming into Kingston, I drove on the highway. Yes. So you're going to drive on the highway to go to China?
I don't know.
Well, I know the Chinese have built that highway and stuff. It's the first time I'm driving. It's beautiful.
It depends. Yes, it depends on which airport I'm leaving from, okay, but I don't know.
No, I just want to say it's a beautiful highway. Great development. Didn't understand some of the language because it wasn't in Jamaican, so I hope there'll be a translated element there for it. Now, what sort of legacy would you like to leave behind, Sanneta?
I would love. Oh, like I said, life is about living for others, and the legacy I'd like to leave back is that Sanneta Myrie was a person whose heart was prettier than her face. Yes. That I made a difference by living my life and living well. That's it, impacting lives. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and come back to Sanneta as we talk about what is it that her mantra that motivates her and her words of quote that inspire others. I'll be back right in a second. Welcome back to the SYLBOURNE Show. Of course, we were talking to Miss Jamaica World, Miss Sanneta Myrie. Sanneta, welcome again. Thank you. Fantastic, good. Listen, Sanneta, we just had a quick chat with you earlier, and what I want to delve a bit more is your medical profession. Right. Now, as a medical profession and doctor, and also with the sound that Jamaica, what I've said in you that Jamaica has more business managers in women than in the world, really. And you're a dreadlocks, not a Rastafarian, but what I see as an independent person. Would you classify yourself as a feminist? Oh, no. No. You fit the bill, though. No. I don't consider myself to be a feminist at all. Yes, I believe men and women have different roles, but equal roles, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with suiting different purposes or having different things to do, but still both equally important. And I believe women now are challenging themselves, and that's a good thing. You know, we're not limiting ourselves one-dimensionally anymore. In my medical class, for example, we had the females, the girls outnumbered the men. All pretty faces outnumbering the boys. And I think it's a good thing, it's a positive. Girls are getting out there and challenging themselves, you know, to define the stereotype of what a woman should be. So therefore what you're saying then now is that you're just sort of just going to town and just going for it really at the same time. Right, going for it, doing all that I can do. So therefore the family is a key factor, a key foundation in your life, as you say. Yes. You have sisters, brothers? I do, I have siblings, yes. So therefore, are you looking to see yourself as this big matriarchal, what's the mother, big mama? Not big mama. Well, both my grandmothers had large families. Yes. My paternal grandmother had 12, and my maternal grandmother had 6. And so I appreciate what a large family does in terms of growing with other siblings, learning from them, you know, loving each other, and how powerful that is. And yes, I do see myself with a large family, as large a family as I can afford, and as I am capable. But I do believe that children are a blessing, and, you know, going out there and giving and loving, it's really what it's all about. While I'm smiling and listening to you at the same time, what I'm picking up is so many Jamaicans, you know, unfortunately like myself, you know, we leave and we go away and we come back, of course, and we encourage Jamaicans. I mean, like what we're doing now is my way of contributing to Jamaica by showcasing great Jamaicans to the diaspora and to the world. Right. But do you see yourself as someone who has a roots to build Jamaica fundamentally? Absolutely, absolutely. Jamaica is not just a place, it's an energy. I think Jamaicans are such amazing people. You know, the spirit of our people is one that's resilient, one that's creative, one that's capable of so much. And there's no place like home. Yes. I hope to always stay here and build and contribute to my country as best as I can. And I believe, yes, you can stay here to do that, and yes, you can go abroad and see how best you can send back and give back, and always, you know, try to invest and build as much as possible. We all have different roles to play, but Jamaica is is a force to be reckoned with.
Somebody said to me, why did I leave Jamaica? And I said to the person, I've not left.
Yeah.
But then but then I said after that, man shall not live by beach alone. I mean, I was in Ochiris on the beach, you know, so I said, man shall not live by beach alone, you know, what can I say?
Quote.
You know, but listen, I mean, as I'm talking about quotes, what's your mantra that you live by? What's the quotation? What's the word that inspires you, that, you know, would like to inspire others by?
Well, so I'm going to get biblical now.
That's all right. That's all right. Let's go for it.
Because, like I said, growing up, my father is Rastafarian, my mother is Christian. So, and I said, I'm a deeply spiritual person.
Yes.
And Matthew 22, I think it's 38 or 37, one of them, when Christ was asked, what's the greatest commandment?
Yes.
And he said, the first is, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, soul. And the second is love your neighbor.
Yes.
So those two commandments, the two greatest commandments, involves love.
Yes.
And so that's what I live by. Love, it conquers all. You know, one love, one heart. And it's not where you're going or where you're coming from, but what's inside you that counts. And that's love. What do you love to do? Why do you love to do it? Your passion.
Well, I want to sing something with you. and I'm going to start to sing it, and you just sing it with me.
Okay.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. Fantastic. You know, you see that, one love, one heart. And that's a love that we have in Jamaica. And I'm encouraging everybody to come to Jamaica, because it's a land of beauty, land of peace, land of joy, land of wood and water. Sanneta Myrie, thank you so much for joining us on the SYLBOURNE Show.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And ladies and gentlemen, to hear more about Sanneta, please join us on the SYLBOURNE Show. You can check us out on the website, SYLBOURNE.com, and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And finally, from Jamaica, I want to thank you so much for joining us on the SYLBOURNE Show, and we look forward to seeing you again on the next show. Thank you.
Greetings from Jamaica. I'm Sanneta Myrie, Miss Jamaica World 2015, and ensure to subscribe to The SYLBOURNE Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Bless.